Hey everybody, I am Katrina from In Cat We Trust, and in this video I will be talking about Suicide Squad. But before I give you my thoughts about this video, please click on the notification bell to get any new video updates from me, which includes wrestling interviews, anime videos, movie, thoughts and all that good stuff. Now, when we think of Suicide Squad, we usually think of the one from 2016 with Will Smith, Margot Robbie, Viola Davis, and Joel Kinnaman. And while the cast is an absolutely fantastic cast, the Suicide Squad from 2016 just didn't hit the way I wanted to. DC has a habit of getting me really excited for a movie, and then I watch the movie and I'm just like, yikes, where did we go wrong here, DC? So when I heard that DC was going to do Suicide Squad all over again for 2021, I was very apprehensive about what they were going to give me. Personally, I am not a fan of people rehashing the same story over and over and over. We don't need to reboot things. We don't need uncut versions. Sometimes things are better left in the book, in the shelf, in the bookcase, whatever you want to put it. It is very left buried. Just no. So I was apprehensive. So I got convinced to watch it on opening weekend at HBO Max, and by the end of the movie, I was pleasantly surprised about how much better and different this Suicide Squad was. So in this movie, we get Idris Elba as Bloodsport, we get Margot Robbie back as Harley Quinn, we get Joel Kinnaman back as Rick Flag, and we get John Cena as the Peacemaker. We also get Sylvester Stallone as King Shark. So in the basic plot of the movie is Amanda Waller, who is Viola Davis' character, sent two Task Force X teams to Corto Maltese to pretty much go into the lab and shut down this Nazi type laboratory called Project Starfish. There was a project happening with this alien looking starfish like Patrick from SpongeBob that pretty much was making humans into zombies. So their job was not only to kind of do things with the overthrown government at the time, but to also get the files and stuff from the laboratory. So not to spoil too much of it, because that was a bit of a spoiler, so I'm gonna leave it at that. We get to see the team kind of go doing this in about 48 hours, 2 days. So my favorite parts of the movie were just little things that I really enjoyed. I like the relationship between Idris Elba and Margot Robbie. It was Idris Elba just seemed so irritated with everybody most of the movie. He was just not with it. They had the rats they called Ratatouille, that Idris Elba didn't like rats because he was stuck in a box when he was younger and rats was biting him. So I understood the reference that this is PTSD. I totally understand. And personally, I don't like rats and nasty, I heard the jokes, but what if it's Master Splinter? I'm but he helped the turtles. Let's not go that route. So anyway, I really enjoyed certain aspects of the movie. Again, I liked Idris Elba's character development from he was a shitty dad in the beginning, he was a terrible dad. I was dude, yikes, when he was cursing at his daughter. But by the end, he was being a better father. He was a better friend to everybody. He was more of a leader, and I really respected that. I also like what they did with Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn this time. And kind of the other movies, while Birds of Prey kind of separated her a bit from being the woman clingy to Joker to an extent, I feel she really grown. She was still a little bit crazy, but there is a scene where she kills the president of Cartel Maltese at the time, and while she's going through all the romanticizing of what could be, she also realizes, well, you're a big red flag. And we women, let's be clear, sometimes we make that mistake where we hold on to them red flags and we ignore those red flags, and crap happens, and then we seem surprised. And so it was nice to see her kind of owning up to I'm gonna be better than I was in the past, and I'm not gonna go with a guy that might seem cool, but you got all these little things that don't really sit right with me. So I really appreciated that scene with her. I also liked Polka Dot Man because he genuinely just wanted to be a hero, and I'm not even sure why he was in prison, honestly, because I might have missed it, but I don't think they gave a real detail as to why he was in prison. It was just oh, dude, bro, oh, this made me sad. When he just wanted to be better, and then I didn't like what happened to him in the movie, and I was come on, man, I kind of figured they would do this, and I was kind of upset. I did like, you know, John Cena. People kind of made jokes about John Cena joining the movie, and I'm like, listen, John Cena has came a long way from the Marine. He has some range in his acting abilities now, and he was one of the best parts of the movie as well. You know, he kind of annoyed me with like his beacon of freedom, a beacon of liberty, and that part did make me laugh. And there was a scene where he was in these like really tighty whities in the forest or whatever, and I'm like, dude, pants is a good thing. It's fine. Or the scene when they were in the bar kind of like chilling before the mission got like real serious, and he was like dancing terribly, like a terrible dance, but it just worked so well. And it was nice to see John Cena in that kind of element where you kind of see him, you know, with different parts of the acting ability. So that was pretty cool. King Shark also made me laugh a couple of times as well. There were certain things that he was clearly there for comedic relief. Like, yeah, he was the strongest guy there, and his num-nums, which reminded me of one of my children used to say when she was little about like food and wanting food, and the num-num. So I thought that was cute, and I was like, oh. But also, like, dude was just literally there for comic relief, because it's like, you're on the comm doing shenanigans, and you're like during the meeting and asking questions, you're like talking about your hand, and then when they was making the things for the bomb and he made the Peacemaker, and Peacemaker looked a little irritated by that, and it was just like little moments like that that was really funny. And also Polka Dot Man seeing his mom everywhere, like he just imagined his mom. It was like so off-putting to see like this woman like just out of nowhere and just all these spots, and I'm like, okay, that's weird, like, okay, therapy anyone, but also it worked. Overall, like I said, it was a really kooky, like kind of dark comedy, kind of like whimsical into a sense type of movie, and it was so much better than the one in 2016. If I was rating this movie, I would give it an 8 out of 10 just because it was better. Like, again, I was truly impressed by what they did this time. I could probably watch it again. I wouldn't say I can watch it all the time, but I can probably watch it again. So 8 out of 10. You guys in the comments, tell me what you think about the movie, who your favorite characters were, what are your favorite moments. I look forward to reading them and responding to you. Thank you so much, as always, for watching my videos. I appreciate all of you, and until next time. Later, guys.